Absolutely embarrassing. Oh, I mean, flat out, man. It's straight up unacceptable. And it's always just so interesting when, like, I think back to when I was, talking to people in the off season and talking about this Bulls offense and explaining, like, look, I think this Bulls offense could be better than last season, better than 24th ranked, right? But I've continuously said that I don't think this Bulls offense is going to be higher than 15th. And I was having a conversation with some people, and they were explaining that, like, well, what if we put LaVine, DeRozan, and Vucevic under a Steve Kerr type offense? And I'm just like, you understand, right, that sure, you can change the coach, but at the end of the day, player personnel matters over everything. It straight up does. And we can have, like, these godlike performances from some of these players. We saw from DeRozan last night. We saw from LaVine today, and it won't matter at the very end, because the personnel on this team is straight up just garbage. It's garbage. And we talked about this last night a little bit about how, like, LaVine, DeRozan, and Vucevic don't make any sense. Like, straight up, like, that core does not make any sense, and we've seen it plenty of times now that it doesn't make any sense. Billy Donovan is not void of criticism. He absolutely deserves to be criticized. There's many things with Billy Donovan that I have some straight problems with Billy. But I was having a conversation with people that they thought that this Bulls offense was going to be better than the Golden State Warriors 2015 offense when they won the championship. And I told that person that they were straight up stupid. Like, you're on full cope. I don't know what you're thinking, that you think that this offense led by these group of guys is going to be better than what an MVP caliber player can do. And it's still always, it's like, how are the Bulls so bad on offense with LaVine, DeRozan, and Vucevic? And I've explained it many times that these three guys, they don't make any sense together. They all take up the same space. They all want to shoot mid-range. LaVine is the only three-point shooter really on between those three guys. None of it makes any sense. So you can have one guy going off, but then the other guy can't score, or then the third guy is nowhere to be found. It's straight up it's just disgusting just to even think that some people are like, well, if Billy Donovan wasn't here, or like, look, again, Billy has issues, okay, but don't tell me that this offense is gonna be better than the 2015 Golden State Warriors championship offense. Don't tell me that. And then I had a conversation with someone else too about, like, well, what's gonna be better, Duncan? LaVine, DeRozan, Vucevic in a Steve Kerr type offense, or Steph Curry in a Billy Donovan type offense? Which one wins? And I said Steph Curry in a Billy Donovan offense, because Steph Curry is an MVP candidate. But people are flaming me for that shit. Sorry, look what we just saw today. It doesn't matter. Steph Curry is an offense himself. He doesn't freaking need a damn coach to be making things right. Okay, the offensive system. I've talked about. I want to see this Bulls team to actually play modern day basketball, and we did not see that tonight. Okay, the only modern part about tonight was Zach LaVine putting a 51, but he's one person. Okay, this team shot 28 threes tonight. They only had, like, I think it was about 38 points in the paint. 36 points in the paint. They only shot, let's see here. They only shot 16 free throws. None of this is modern. Like, this is not modern day basketball, and just mid-range shots galore and shots missed in the paint for some reason tonight. Not good. Like, the Pistons shot chart, while they didn't shoot as many threes, it just looks better. Okay? All this stuff in the paint here, they shot the same amount of threes as the Bulls, but they're more modern than the Bulls tonight. And that to me is the straight up just showing that the player personnel is garbage. And boy, oh boy, man, it all starts up with people at the top yet again, and I'm gonna continue to say that until the day I die, unless Jerry Reinsdorf and the front office can figure their crap out, because my God, it's not looking good at all for what we're seeing. Bulls like LaVine masterclass ruin. I mean, I don't know what else LaVine's gonna do. I know people are having questions like, well, what is up with LaVine, etc., etc. Well, I mean, if you had questions, I think they were answered tonight. I know some people were talking about, oh my God, his stock is ruined, etc. His stock's not ruined, okay? Like, his stock isn't ruined. So if the Bulls are gonna trade LaVine, which I think it's getting more likely by the day, then you're still gonna get really good return for him. So be happy, and please shut the fuck. I won't be as mad. Yeah, so you guys don't make any sense. Let's see how we do in the play-in tournament. I don't even know if we're gonna make it at this point. I honestly think that we're at the point where we're actually thinking of trading people. They don't even have a real actual point guard and offense in basketball without PG's like football team without QB. You're right. His writer said organizations win championships. With that, make he himself a loser for the last 25 years? Oh, 100%. But he won't admit it because he's getting money, and that's all that matters in this world is money. So he doesn't think like he's much of a loser. He actually probably thinks that the championship he brought to Chicago in 2005 with the World Series for the White Sox, and then the 6 championships that he thinks that he brought in the 90s was like the saving grace for Chicago. Like he actually thinks he's probably like a savior for sports in Chicago. It's straight up just false. But no, not buying a ticket to the Bulls game this season. I would not buy a ticket, and I actually, I'll be honest, like you call me not a Bulls fan or a fake Bulls fan. I've never been to a Bulls game, and there's a reason why. I don't go because of Jerry Reinsdorf. Jerry Reinsdorf, I'm never giving that dude any money, and I will never ever I'm not going to any White Sox games. I went to one White Sox game last season, and that was just because it was a charity thing. I didn't touch US Cellular Field at all, or sorry, I guess Guaranteed Rate Field after that. Like, no money to Jerry Reinsdorf, and I honestly think fans should just start boycotting at this point. I would not be upset at it at all. This is just straight up disgusting to see, and we're gonna have to call out some people tonight. Look, LaVine has not played well in the first games. He showed up tonight, okay? I don't know what happened in the first 2 games. He just clearly wasn't feeling right or something. Timing could have been off. Who knows? He showed up tonight, okay? I appreciate DeRozan at least trying tonight, but we gotta call out some people, bro. Like, it's straight up, it's embarrassing just to see that there are people that are like, hey, we want money. Hey, we want more opportunities. And there are even fans saying that, no, this person can play better with more opportunities and being a part of the offense or being a center point in the offense. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about at this point. Like, it's straight up just not true, okay? This man right here is just a flat out embarrassment right now. I don't know what's going on with this dude, but this is a straight up embarrassment from him, okay? Like, we've talked about how LaVine has struggled, okay? This is disgustingly bad. Like, it can't get any worse than this dude right now. Patrick Williams, okay? I have defended you. I have said that you're not a bust. I have said so many things to protect you, and you then come out and say that you want money. Now, I don't think he wants 200 million, like how some people blew up a fake report, or they took Zach Lowe's words out of context, okay? I don't think he wants 200 million, but I do think that he wants 20 plus $20 million a year, okay? I do think that's an actual possibility, and he's probably wanting it looking around the league. Brother, like, you gotta figure it out, bro. Like, you gotta do something to show me that you actually can be an NBA basketball player right now. This is just straight up unacceptable from him, okay? Like, this is like unacceptable from a role player from what we're seeing for Patrick Williams right now, okay? Like, let alone a starter. We're talking about, like, he isn't putting up even role player type numbers at this point, okay? I don't know what it's going to take from this dude, but something's got to happen with him if he's going to actually show that he's a true basketball player and understands what to actually do on the basketball court. Because right now, he looks extremely lost and looks like he doesn't even want to be out there right now. The other person that has, he had this whole thing after game 1 and said that, hey, I need more touches. Hey, I need you guys to find me down the low block. And he yelled out at Billy Donovan for saying that he doesn't think that he's getting enough touches, and guys and his teammates aren't finding him, etc., etc., etc. Like, I'm sorry, you complained, and this is what we're getting out of you now. Like, this is not good, and you just got paid this offseason. So I don't know what exactly he specifically wants, but it's not looking good. I was hoping that he would actually be on this list, but he doesn't even qualify yet to be a post-up player. His numbers so far in the post are dreadful. He does not make any post shots right now. It is disgustingly bad. And even when he has really good position and gets a smaller dude, he's missing easy looks right now. Like, point blank looks that a center should not be missing. Okay, we're talking about a 7-foot center in the NBA today. Like, field goal percentage should be much better than what we're seeing right now from Vucevic. Like this just cannot happen. From your center, okay? This is your center that has come out and said, I need more touches, I need more shots. You're putting up 39% from the field. That's after 2 games. So I don't know what's at after 3 games, but this is just straight up. It just can't be. It just can't be right, man. My patience with P. Will is running out. I'm also running out of patience too. Yeah. I didn't realize LaVine had 51 because I only saw how horribly this team played. Like 2 stars with 0 points. Oh, I mean, bro, I'm with you. Like LaVine, I tweeted out like this is ridiculous from what we're seeing from LaVine, but like I'm aware it's not sustainable. Obviously, like you can't put a 50 every night, and this right here, like this stuff that we're seeing right now, like I don't understand this. Like this dude got paid, he has not performed well, okay, and then this dude wants a payment and he is performing like he is not even like an NBA player right now with the way he's playing, right? It is not good whatsoever. And then this dude wanted more touches, right? He's like, I want more touches. I want to make sure that I'm part of the offense, and this isn't good enough from him. I mean, this dude started out like first 2 games bad, but he at least responded, right? Because right now, this dude, right, and I guess a little bit of this dude, these 2 guys have talked about being better, and these 2 guys have not responded yet. So I don't know what it's going to take from the other guys right now, but this is just bad. Pretty disgusting loss, honestly. I don't really know why this Bulls team decided to go back to their old habits this game. If you actually, I'm going to pull up a tweet here from Will Gottlieb because it's a really good description of how bad the Bulls were on offense tonight. And like we can talk about honestly like the defense and everything. I do think that the defense was overall pretty poor tonight, but my biggest issue to me was the offensive rebounding and the second chance points, okay, which that is part of defense, sure, but I'm also aware that the Bulls went with like an extremely small lineup, and I don't know how they're gonna win the rebounding battle with that lineup. So I'm just gonna more blame this, like the fact that this Bulls team only put up 99 or 102 points on offense, or really 99 points in the actual game, is that to me is the more concerning part. But this was the first half, okay? This was the first half stats from this game. We saw the shot profile: 29% shots at the rim, that is the 31st percentile. 44% shots from mid-range, okay? That is 92nd percentile. That is basically what the Bulls did last season, right? And then 27% from 3, which was the 4th percentile, and Zach took 6 threes in the first half, right? So your main shooter that you've been saying that he needs to start hitting threes, he's shooting threes in the first half, but no one else is, okay? Like that's just straight up, we play 90s basketball tonight, and it's unacceptable. 41% from the field, 39% from 3 is only because of Zach, right? And then free throws only 16. You got out free throwed by a Detroit Pistons team tonight. It's unacceptable. It's straight up unacceptable. And yet again, I'm gonna bring this up one more time. I can't stand the people that are like, well, why can't LaVine, DeRozan, and Vucevic have a good offense together? One, they all take mid-range shots. They take way too many mid-range shots. 2, a lot of them, most of them, want to play slow, okay? And they want to post up and you know, read the defense and really decide to like be like the center of everything. And 3, just think about their shot profile. There's one dude out of those guys that can actually, like, you can rely on to be a 3-point shooter, and there's only one dude that you know that can actually probably get to the paint consistently. But other than that, you're just depending on mid-range shots from these guys, right? This is what we got. That's the reason why this offense is terrible. And even with 3 offensive-minded players, it's very evident, right? It's very obvious why these 3 guys don't work, right? But all I hear is that, oh no, a better system and yada yada yada. Yeah, like no, a better system gets this Bulls offense to like mid-pack. It doesn't get any better than that. And right now, this Bulls offense, it is one of the worst in the league, if not the worst, if I'm not mistaken. Like it is straight up disgustingly bad what we're seeing right now from this Bulls offense. And tonight we just went back to what we were just doing last season. Okay, somehow we're not dead last. Somehow, I don't know how we're not dead last, but we're here. and our team's somehow lower than us. So yeah, at this point, just save Zach and burn everything else to the ground. Billy needs to get the fuck out. Yeah. Nobody's really talk about how bad Vooch has been. No one wants to talk about how bad Vooch has been, right? Because we want to blame the dude with the max contract for him not performing. And look, yeah, I was right with them. Like, I was criticizing the absolute crap out of Zach. Okay, I was here criticizing Zach. Well, there's another dude that got paid, and people have talked about how much that this dude is a top 15 center top 10 center in the league, and that he's on a very, very, very cheap contract compared to other starting centers in the league. Like, we got this dude for a bargain, and he's a double machine, an absolute double machine. He is so valuable to this squad because he has made the most sacrifices, and he has done so much for this team. Okay, yeah, that dude. Remember that dude that you guys were praising constantly? Like, I don't understand how Bulls fans work. It's like, hey, yeah, we love Vucevic, and he has done so much for us, and he took a pay cut and everything, and getting him for this contract is so great. And then this performance is just unacceptable from him. Like, the dude is missing like 4-foot layups right now. I don't know what's up with him. How much longer until we see changes with the team? The product can't keep this product can't keep being put on the court. So here's my first thing that I think is going to happen. The Bulls play Indiana on Monday. I think Patrick Williams is not in the starting lineup, first off. So at least that's a different product, right? It's a different starting lineup. So at least there's something different, right? And maybe it's not Patrick Williams. Maybe it's Alex Caruso, and they just go small. But I don't think we're going to see the same starting lineup on Monday, okay? And then, yeah, I actually think right now, with the way that this team has looked so bad on the offensive end, and they're not buying into the system, right? They're not buying into the three-point shooting. They're not getting to the paint enough. They're not shooting enough free throws, and they're not getting enough offensive rebounds, right? They're not doing any of that right now. That we're going to be seeing, I honestly think, that come after the midseason tournament, and like, we're gonna be getting into December, that I think that we're gonna be seeing this like picked up immediately from a lot of teams. And it's funny that right now the 3 out of the 4 players are Bulls players, and then there's number 10 at Vucevic right now. So there are many people aware of this right now, and I honestly think that this is this team is probably looking towards, like, you know, middle of December, or most likely probably January, where we're gonna see some moves being made if this continues, right? If this is how the offense continues to play, which I honestly don't think anything's gonna be changing. And people have said this team is cooked already, and I won't disagree. I could honestly think that this team might just be cooked at this point. Maybe kids are enjoying this. I don't think any kids are enjoying this. Why would you say that? I don't think there are any kids enjoy this at this point. Like, this isn't even modern basketball. Like, if you're gonna make the argument that, like, oh, well, at least you're playing more modern, and like, and they're playing like Gen Z, like, this is not modern basketball from what we saw tonight. This was 90s basketball that the Bulls played tonight. This is not modern. Okay, 28 threes, that's basically what the Bulls took last season. That's not modern basketball. No one likes that product. Watch Rosa always having to go get his whenever Zach is getting extremely annoying. Well, the thing is, though, is that, like, someone else had to help. I mean, Zach is doing all this tonight. Like, then we literally saw that the defense just straight up, they were like, okay, we're basically not letting Zach drive anymore. So someone else has to step up. And I mean, at least DeRozan put in 20, but, like, hello, where is everybody else? Like, this dude got paid. Do you remember this dude? Hey, do you remember this dude and how much praise this dude was getting at the beginning of the season? How everyone was talking about how he's going to be such a great player in the starting lineup, and how that we got him for an absolute bargain. I said that, like, look, I think that Kobe White has all the skills, but the biggest thing for me is consistency with him. I don't think he is consistent, and this is the thing last season. Everyone talked about Kobe and his improvement last season, but I said you'd have like a week and a half of good Kobe and then a week of bad Kobe, right? Like, the numbers don't show it, but Kobe right now through 3 games has looked absolutely terrible through 3 overall. Like, the game against the Raptors, he looked all right in this one. And against the Raptors, he was not great shooting wise, but in terms of the 3-point shot for Kobe White, he is what, 4 for 18 right now. That's disgustingly bad. That's awful, right? So look, man, it just shows you just how poorly built this team is. Okay, this is not a point guard being thrust into a point guard role, right? He's not ready for that sort of responsibility. Okay, then you got two dudes with LaVine and DeRozan who play in the same space, right? And you got Vucevic here, who is not efficient as a center, but people want to talk about him at being efficient, right? Like that straight up just disgust. That's not true. Vuce is not efficient. Okay, and then Patrick Williams is nowhere to be found, right? The dude that is talking about he like everyone says he needs more opportunities and that he wants to get paid, etc., etc. Okay, like hello. It's not nothing makes sense here, right? Hi Patrick. SlamDuncan just got here. What were your thoughts from tonight? Can't imagine the good. They're good. Mine aren't either. No, they're not good. Absolutely not. I mean, look, LaVine had like a ridiculous performance tonight. But it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter if a dude goes off for 50. I've talked about how that when I've watched this Bulls team, sometimes it's like, wow, this player had a 20-point half. Usually when your star player has 20 points in a half, you're usually up by like 15. Usually at the very least you're up by 10 at halftime, right? And a lot of times the Bulls are either tied or the score's close or they're down, right? Even if like one of their players is like going off for like a ridiculous half, right? And it's because that this team is just so poorly built. They rely on one dude to do everything and have to just have it going that night, and then here we are, right? LaVine had basically DeRozan's 20 points to help, and then nobody else on the roster showed up tonight, which is straight up disgustingly bad, because a lot of people have talked about that. Yeah, there's some players that they were very, very happy about, and they were saying, hey, yeah, they deserve to get paid, etc., etc. Javon Carter is the worst free agent pickup in years. I'm not going to make that conclusion immediately, but he has also been pretty terrible. Yeah. Javon Carter, I don't know what's up with him, but his three-point shooting is completely off right now. And he needs to figure it out. He's also been bad. He did get paid, but he didn't get paid as much as some other people. And he also did not. Some people that are trying to get paid more. I have talked about getting paid more, so I'm not going to be as upset at him. But yeah. How to fix this? Yeah, Ryan goes away. Look, man, I do think that this team is like I don't know what this team's gonna somehow figure out, or like something sparks in them where it's like something their offense is gonna somehow click, right? I don't know what that's gonna be, because I mean, besides the 3-point shooting just somehow getting closer to the mean, there's nothing in my opinion right now that this team could do on offense that's gonna fix their offense. Okay, so to me that means this team is heading towards just selling off all their pieces. Okay, now I'm just gonna bring this up quickly, and then we'll talk about this game more. Okay, I have talked about how I don't personally want the rebuild. Okay, but I'm understanding that we're getting closer and closer to that being a possibility. Okay, so here's my thing. All right, if this Bulls team does actually hit the rebuild button, which I do think it's a bigger possibility at this point, I want people to understand a couple things. One, I don't want the full out tank, but I'm expecting that to happen. And if the Bulls full out tank, and I already know with the Bulls luck that they're never ever gonna get a top number one overall pick. But if this Bulls team actually decides to take, they're straight up. I'm telling you right now, it is gonna be basketball hell. And you think this is basketball hell already? That it is gonna be absolute basketball hell for the next decade, because you already don't have trust in this front office, right? You have a trust in this front office in the rebuild. You think that's gonna go well? You think after the Patrick Williams draft, their own draft pick, their first draft pick that they got 4th overall in the draft, you think them after drafting Patrick Williams, a rebuild's gonna go well with all their picks in whatever the top 5? You think that's gonna go well if you somehow get a top 5 pick, which you're hoping, right? You think that's gonna go well? I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be horrible. It's gonna be awful to experience. Okay, and I'll be here to explain it all, but it's not gonna be fun. Okay, but with this team going towards the rebuild, you basically just have to pray to the gods that the Bulls get the first overall pick, and then a LeBron type prospect is coming in the draft and the Bulls get him. That's the only way, right? It's the only way to truly fix this. Or, in my opinion, just flat out, you tear it all down, you keep Zach, and see how things work out from there. But I already know people want Zach gone, so, and I know the Rhinesters want Zach's contract gone, so I don't know what exactly we're gonna be doing here. But yeah, if you want Zach gone, then have Zach gone, and that's not gonna be fun to watch for a very, very long time. Well, Draw was a mid regular season bench piece for the Bucks that was getting buried pretty deep in the playoffs. What did you expect? I at least expected his shooting to be consistent. I didn't expect the shooting to be this bad. I didn't expect him to bring anything else though. So I mean, look, if you're thinking like, well, he hasn't, he's not hitting anything else, like he's not getting to the rim. I'm like, I knew that. I made a video on it, right? He doesn't get to the rim. He's not the best decision maker either. But yeah, I think the Bulls are putting him in the point guard role for some reason. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm aware of his limitations. I just know this dude is being paid less than the mid-level exception. He's getting paid basically $6 million a year, okay? And this is like, I'm not expecting a lot from him. It's $6 million a year. I'm expecting three-point shooting and defense, and I think he's had okay moments on the defensive end, but in terms of three-point shooting, it's been bad, so... Ridiculous, malicious, yeah. Our Frost believes that Javon, Dragic, and Drummond, Torrey, Craig Randall bench pieces will help the team move into the next level. They're lowest insanity, and then they're out the Bulls. So yeah, I agree. Don't this team get rid of all of them. I think keep Kobe to, or wait, what? Or what? I don't know what you said, Zayover. And just build around them, and this team has no energy to win. It's worse than last year, lose to a bottom team. You said keep Kobe, the dude that went 0 for 4 tonight, put up 0 points, and also is 4 for 18 shooting for 3-point line this season. That also got paid, and everyone talked about how good he's gonna be in the starting lineup this season. You talking about that dude? You want to keep that dude? Because to me, I'm not keeping anybody. If I'm hitting the rebuild button, like the full-out rebuild button, no one on his team stays. Even Patrick Williams, he's gone. Like there's no reason to keep anybody if we're going to full-out rebuild. Yeah, what Box is saying is 100% correct. And I said that, like, I think this Bulls team's going to be better on offense, but it's not going to be better, like, in terms of top 10 offense. It's just going to be a little bit better. But here we are. People call me an idiot. I said at the start of the stream. People are saying that I was stupid for thinking that this Bulls team is not going to be that great on offense. I said they're going to be mid-pack, right? And even that right now doesn't even look like a possibility. Like, they look even worse than last season right now. But... the other part about this that I can't stand, I had an argument with people that there are legitimate people telling me that they think this Bulls offense in a better system should be better than the 2015 Warriors offense that won the championship. There are people that are Bulls fans that told me that, and then they thought I was stupid when I said that was absolutely ridiculous for you to think that. Like, this Bulls offense is not going to be better than the 2015 offense from the Golden State Warriors, okay? It's straight up not possible, right? I was told I was stupid when I said that. But, hello, here we are. It's not just on Billy. Billy deserves criticism for sure. He deserves a lot of criticism, but at the end of the day, this is all in the front office. It's on the front office for believing that LaVine, DeRozan, and Vucevic is going to work. That doesn't work. And then the surrounding pieces as well, they don't work, right? The surrounding pieces only do very little. That's what got to take Chicago, bro. Oh, no, I'm telling you, the basketball gods 100% hate Chicago, that we're not getting a top 1 overall pick. Like, I'm shocked we even got Derrick Rose. Like, that shouldn't even happen. The retool, we should have swapped the players with the Raptors. I mean, I don't think so, personally. I think that, like, okay, LaVine for Siakam, I think in terms of overall value, that, yeah, I do the trade. In terms of fit, though, that makes no sense, right? No, then there's no one else from the Raptors that's getting traded. Like, you're not trading DeRozan for Siakam because that's not, the Raptors would never accept that. So the only trade I see is LaVine for Siakam, and then that doesn't even help, right? And the Raptors have their own issues, right? They have their own shooting issues. Like, their team that they built, it's also, they're having the same issues as the Bulls. It's not like, oh, the Raptors are doing better. They have the same problems. The Bucks can win a title despite Coach Budenholzer. The Bulls can win with future Wemby 2.0, whoever he may be. Oh, for sure, but we're not getting him. I mean, look, I honestly think that there are a lot of players that make a lot of coaches look good, right? I think Joel Embiid made Brett Brown look fantastic, right? When he got fired for good reason. Only positive we know from this game is that we know Zach is healthy. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, yeah, if there is anything to cope with, is that you know that Zach LaVine is still Zach LaVine. So when you eventually trade him, that you're going to get good value for him, right? His value hasn't gone down. I don't know why people continue to say, oh my God, his value is tanking every second we speak. No, that's not true. That's just not true. His value is fine. Like, the value is basically the same as it's always been. It's still pretty good. I'm not saying you're going to get, many first round picks out of it, but a team like Philadelphia would love a Zach LaVine right now. They would absolutely love Zach. Anyone said that? Great early play that could play today's basketball is the definition of insanity. But yeah, let's build a team around DeMar and Vooch. Duh. Just let me step back and KMS. Look, okay, let me be clear. If the Bulls are trading Zach, they're also trading DeMar and Vooch. Like, straight up. If the Bulls trade Zach LaVine and they don't trade DeMar and Vucevic, then I will personally go to the United Center and I will throw a fit. Like, that would be literally malpractice. That is the definition of basketball or managerial malpractice in the front office of basketball. If they do that, they trade Zach and they keep DeRozan and Vooch and double down with DeRozan and Vooch, that is managerial malpractice, okay? I'm just saying that I do think that this Bulls team is more likely at this point, right? We'll see again. We'll see how it kind of works out moving forward. But they're more than likely about to head towards they're just going to get rid of everybody. They're just going to sell everybody off. And if that's the case, then Zach's going too, right? We'll let the bench run in to see if they want to win. Which guy specifically? Because I don't trust anybody besides Torrey Craig and Alex Caruso right now. Can we get anything decent for Puel at this point? No. He's on last year of his contract and about restricted free agency, and he wants a big contract. His value is down the drain. Are Kobe and I even worth anything? I would argue that maybe Kobe's worth a little bit of something, but I don't really see that. Like, if he's going to continue performing like this, then ugh. But I do think Kobe's probably worth something because his contract's pretty low, and Io, less valuable for sure. I mean, he's getting paid a decent chunk of money for only playing 15 minutes a game. Yeah. Wherever Zach goes, he's going to be better / more effective than he was here. And most Bulls fans with fantasies about having him back. But I'll be happy for Zach wherever he goes. I'm 100% with you, Lob Mob. Also good to see you, Lob Mob. I'm glad to see you here. Yeah, I 100% agree. Like, wherever Zach goes, okay, like he will be, I swear to God, he's gonna average like 27 easily. Okay, he's gonna be shooting more threes. There's gonna be just better players around him. Okay, he's gonna be the second option, right? And he's gonna have the time of his life because he doesn't have to do everything. And then everyone's gonna be looking at him like the same way we look at Lauri Markkanen right now. It's like, oh my God, like what could have been? Why didn't he do that here? It's like, well, y'all put the worst team possible around him. Like, this Zach LaVine in his career has had the worst spacing pretty much out of anybody in his career. Like, the worst spacing. Like, in terms of overall spacing and 3-point shooting and actual players that can make 3-point shots, he has had the worst spacing in his career. He has never had really anybody that can shoot the basketball consistently, and this even includes Lauri Markkanen, who was not consistent here, right? He has never had any sort of 3-point shooting around him, and he's one of the best driving guards and finishing guards in the NBA. Like, that just shows you that he has never been put in a situation to actually win. And I'm telling you right now, this dude, when he gets traded and he's a second option and he's under a better system with better players around him, he is going to absolutely just destroy the league. And we're all just going to be sitting here like, wow, look at that, if only. Are there any teams in recent years that go from terrible 1 year to the top league in the next 2 to 3 years, like number one pick to the finals in a matter of a few years? Not recently. Definitely not recently. I guess in terms of like terrible to like finals, the most recent one is obviously the Phoenix Suns. The Phoenix Suns did make the playoffs one year, and then they traded for Chris Paul and got to the NBA Finals. But in terms of getting the #1 overall pick and then suddenly they're in the NBA Finals, that's straight up impossible. And even with Wembanyama on the Spurs, like even if like let's say the Spurs they built like a very win now team around Wembanyama, I still don't think they get to the NBA Finals. Zach's going to get unlocked. Like, wouldn't it be ironic if you somehow ended up in Miami? Oh my god, bro! If Jimmy Butler and Zach LaVine teamed up, like that, I'm telling you right now, like that's a team that I do think could like. I wouldn't put them over the Bucks and the Celtics, but I definitely put them over the 76ers. Like, holy hell! If those two team up in Miami, and the problem with Miami though is that they also don't have shooting, so maybe it wouldn't work out too good. But if they got the right amount of shooting around them, then oh my god, yeah. But I think it's the front office and development coaches and staff that's really failing. Yeah, that I've said that consistently. Yeah, it's the front office that is 100% failing. Right, front office is failing 100%, and then like I like I said, the coaches, especially Billy, he deserves criticism. Okay, I still don't think that this both like I still think he'd do better in general for running this offense better. Okay, and there are some decisions that he just has to do better. Like he needs to bench Patrick Williams now. Like Patrick Williams has to go on the bench and Torrey Craig has to start. Okay, I think it's pretty obvious at this point, and a good coach would do it. Okay, if Billy's actually about winning, then he needs to do this immediately. Okay, and he hasn't done it yet, which I think is bad from him. But in the end, when it comes down to it all, it's a bad team. It's straight up a bad team made by the front office, right? And look, I probably sound stupid for saying 46 wins, but that I've said it, that I was saying that the most that this team can win is 46 games, right? They're not getting any more, and they'll probably fall around 500 again, if anything, if they just stick with this team. Organizations win championships. Organizations create that piss poor excuse for basketball. You saw it tonight too. I mean, what do you mean by that, Law Mob? Like, are you saying that the players are like making excuses, or what? Do we have a first rounder this year? Yes, we have our own first rounder this year. So I guess if there was a year to potentially tank, it'd be this year. But I don't know the upcoming draft class, and there is no Wembanyama in this next draft class. To me, it's not worth it. But it is what it is. The guys who take a shot at Reinsdorf again. Oh, got it. Yeah, that's Reinsdorf is 100% just making excuses, and then the front office will too. They'll just be like, well, you know, we saw them do some things here, and then yada yada yada, and so we have faith that they'll do this and that. Like, yeah, bro. Was Nashville doing yoga for this kind of result tonight? I mean, honestly, bro, like, I don't really know how much Nashville was like even gonna help in the first place. Like, okay, sure, go to Nashville. I genuinely do not care, but yeah, I don't know. That to me just it seemed a little blown out of proportion because of how much people were talking about it, and now it might actually just be like showing that it was just basically false hope and like coping and saying like, okay, this will bring us together more, and etc. etc. It's like, bro. Okay, enough of just complaining about the organization here. This game, okay? Like, so LaVine gets off to this hot start, and I'm watching, and I'm just like, well, thank God Zach's going because nothing else is working, okay? We saw Vucevic get some low post touches that everyone wants against smaller dudes, right? Misses, okay? Pick and roll stuff for Vuce, which I've been wanting him to do. He misses some of these shots in the paint. DeRozan doesn't seem like he can get anything going. Kobe can't make a damn good decision in this game. Like, it's straight up bad all around. And thank God Zach was like was like actually going, because if he wasn't going, then this would have been, I think the Bulls would have scored 70 points tonight. Like, no joke. The Bulls in general in that first half were just straight up awful. The defense was really, really bad, and unfortunately Alex Caruso had to come out early because he got bopped in the nose, and so I do think that hurt the Bulls overall defensively in the first half. We saw the Bulls then in the second half make a bit of a run, but they just can never like get it up to the point where they were tied with the Pistons, and it wasn't just fully just like bad defense in my opinion in the second half. Like it was also that the offense would just straight up, they would make some just terrible decisions. The second half offense was better than the first half offense, but that's a low bar to clear. Okay, as I said, this was the first half offense tonight. Okay, this was the first half shot profile tonight, and it was so awful just to see. Okay, and it truly does show that this team, I mean, the player personnel is just, it's straight up garbage. It's in the toilet. It doesn't work. And the Bulls straight like they've legit have doubled down on the wrong guys. Okay, it just shows you that they've seriously doubled down on some of the wrong people here. And the front office still doesn't know what they're doing. They're just saying like, no, we built a good team. I'm not even gonna like mention the fourth quarter. Like they try to come back. I mean, Zach hit like 8 straight points in a row at one point, and it literally just got voided because the Pistons were hitting threes at the other end, right? Like that just shows you how it works, right? Because LaVine can get hot and he could go for 8, but then because the Pistons were just doing better and they shot more efficiently and they're taking more efficient shots, that they're able to go ahead and score on the other end. So the defense obviously needs to get better. We've seen pretty much 2 terrible games of defense so far from this Bulls team. But I honestly think that a lot of it is spurred from that the Bulls are missing shots. I mean, what is the Bulls right now in terms of field goal percentage? Like it has to be like really, really bad from them, right? Yeah, the Bulls are shooting 40% on the season and 28% from 3. Like every miss basically means a fast break opportunity for the other team. So that just shows you how much like the offense does affect the defense. That every single time you miss, it's boom, fast break for the other team. They're going right. So if they figure out their offense just more, then I do think the defense will be better. Yeah. Overall, just pretty awful stuff tonight, and I'm extremely pissed right now just to see how much that like fans have put stock into certain players, and you know, we give certain praise, and some people are saying constantly we need to post up Vucevic, etc., etc. Yeah, that's definitely gonna fix things, huh? Keep saying things like we were evaluating, we're waiting for updates on Lazo, and just stalling, we should just stall and buy tickets. Oh, 100%, yeah. Starting lineup should be Caruso, Zach, Craig, DeMar, and Vooch. I don't know if Caruso should necessarily be starting, but he should definitely be finishing if Kobe's having this poor of a night. One of my biggest things also about with Donovan tonight that I didn't understand, he put Kobe back out there. The closing unit tonight was White, Caruso, LaVine, DeRozan, and Vooch, and the Bulls were just getting wrecked on the glass tonight. Like they couldn't do anything. And with that sort of lineup out there, Isaiah Stewart was just destroying us in the glass and destroying us inside. I think the closing lineup should have been Caruso, LaVine, DeRozan, Craig, and Vooch. Okay, so what Patrick you said, like I think that should have been the closing lineup because Kobe was not performing tonight. Like he did not perform. So if take out Kobe, don't play him in the last couple of minutes, and just put in Caruso instead, and make sure you put in Craig to have the size. But you know, in the end, it probably wouldn't have mattered anyway. Well, should be 0-3. Yeah, 100%. You're frustrated with Kobe? I'm also frustrated with Kobe. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I'm not trying to be like, I told you so, right? But I'm just pointing out, like I said with Kobe, even last season when he was clearly improving as a player, and everyone talked about his improvement, right? I was like, look, I see his improvement. I see that he has clearly improved as a player with his overall skill, but his consistency still wasn't there. Right, we'd get a good week of Kobe, we'd get a bad week of Kobe. And I said, if he's going to be in the starting lineup, that he has to be consistent. Okay, that's the biggest thing for him, is that he has to be consistent. That Thunder game that he had, it was all right. I mean, he shot 5 for 15, but he had 8 assists and 17 points. Like that's pretty overall okay. It's not amazing. It was okay. The first game though, he had 15 points, but 4 of 14 shooting. That was terrible. And then this happened tonight. So yeah, this is where I have my concerns about Kobe. Now he can then go off for 30 next game, right? That's how it kind of works. So I'm hoping that he can find his consistency here. But yeah, because then if he's being like, let's just do this. Like, so right now, the only constant we have is DeRozan, because like he's performed in, I guess, in all three technically. I don't think he performed very well against the Thunder though. And then the guys that I'm gonna circle in red, to me, they have not shown up at all this season. Okay, and then the guys that I'm gonna go ahead and put in gray, these are the guys that have been inconsistent, right? LaVine, obviously, the first 2 games was basically a no-show, and then he had 51 tonight, right? And then Kobe, inconsistent. So when that happens, you're not gonna win basketball games when basically 4 of your 5 starters are inconsistent. And even then, the one starter that you would say is consistent, he's not even having like the best of performances, right? So yeah, it's overall it's pretty awful right now. For example, where the Pistons were the better team than the Bulls, I think it'll be a new thing this year. Teams we are used to beating have improved and still will lose to them. So here's what I'll say. In terms of overall talent, this Bulls team is still better. Okay. In terms of overall personnel fit and roster construction, Pistons are better for sure. But it's not like I want to make it clear that I don't think that there's like better talent right now on the Detroit Pistons than the Bulls. Okay. Now, in terms of overall potential, though, yeah, I think it's very evident that the Pistons have a very bright future, or should have a bright future. I'm still concerned about them, unfortunately, because they struck out on Wembanyama. They had the worst record last season. They didn't get Wembanyama, and now I do think Cade Cunningham's gonna have a good, he's gonna develop into a really good player. But like, I'm kind of like looking around, like who's like the number 2. I don't know who number 2 is right now for that team. So like that's like my main concern for them. So it's like I'm worried they're just gonna go back to what the Pistons were before they hit the rebuild button. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys have realized, but let's just look at this, okay? Like, this is the reason why I'm also scared of a rebuild. But like, okay, let's look at this, right? So this was the last season. They were 41-41, okay? So 20-20, 23-17, and then this year they should be better, but I'm not expecting more than 25 wins from them, honestly. Like, okay, here we are. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, and I don't think they've made any sort of improvement, honestly. They should be on the uprise, but I would think at this point you would have a 25 win season under your belt with a bad team, but no, that didn't happen. So I'm gonna watch this Detroit Pistons team because like they've just been so bad for the longest time, right? I mean, we could just go back to all the way to 2009-10, 27 wins. Okay, most they got about to was 44, and that was for what was this? I don't even know where they finished this season. It wasn't great though. Like they haven't really gone anywhere, right? And they drafted some guys pretty high during this time, so. Kobe's best choice having this horrible roster. I agree, but that just shows you how bad this roster is. Tonight, Dalen Terry have more points than P1 and Kobe combined. Think about that. Yeah. You and everyone in this chat here, everyone that's watching this chat, we scored the same amount of points as Kobe White and Patrick Williams tonight. We should be giving ourselves a whole lot of praise for what we did tonight, because we basically just did the exact same thing. Yeah, overall terrible. Just it's flat out disgusting just to watch this team on offense. So I don't think this team's gonna honestly figure it out. This team might have just been broken after 3 games. It's a very big possibility if that is the case. I'm gonna pull up Twitter here to see what Billy Donovan has to say, because I don't ever want to miss any more post-game stuff, because I missed the first day when the Bulls had a team meeting. I have not seen any sort of post-game stuff yet. I'm checking a bunch of okay, the only post-game comment I have seen right now is this from Zach. LaVine was strong on what's at stake if the Bulls continue to look disjointed. It's our third year together. We know how this business is. We love each other. DeMar's one of my best friends. Talk all the time, but we have to figure out how to make this thing work. I mean, look, man. I'm just gonna be real. I appreciate what Zach says here, but it's not his job. Like, it's straight up, it's not his job to figure out how this thing works. Okay, his job is to go out there and score. Okay, it's not his job to figure out how this thing works. Whose job it is to figure out how this thing works is the front office, and they have not done that in the past 3 seasons. Okay, they don't know how this thing works. They're just putting together players, and they're just like, go figure it out. This is on the front office. Okay. And a lot of people are going to be blaming Zach. They're going to be blaming DeRozan. They're going to be blaming Billy. These guys can only do so much, okay? There's not really a lot in their control. Like, I understand, like, they're the ones that go out and play every single night. But to me, like I said, their job, right? LaVine's job is to go out and score. That's his job, right? He got paid to do that. That's his job, right? It's not his job to make the roster. It's not his job to draw up the plays. It's not his job to be wondering, okay, what lineup should we be playing tonight, and who's available that I can go sign to help this team's 3-point shooting, right? That's not his job. It's on the front office, 1000%. And I hate that Zach even had to say something like this, because the media needs something like this to always grab and like throw in our faces, right? It's, oh look, see, the players are taking blame, and I'm not blaming Casey Johnson, because I don't think he specifically asked this question. But this is the problem that I don't think a lot of people understand in terms of sports. The people that are up top that don't have to answer to the media every single day, they're the problem here, and they will never admit it, right? It's always blame the players, and I think a good portion of the fans, unfortunately, will never admit it as well, and they will never understand it in the end. One of my keys to the game was the Bulls had to out rebound the Pistons. I kind of had that feeling in my head. Like, okay, both teams are coming off a game last night. The Bulls, obviously, they played more minutes. So I was very worried the Bulls were going to lose this game just in general. Okay. And the offense obviously didn't show up again tonight. But I was like, the Bulls need to win the rebounding battle and make sure the Pistons don't get second chance opportunities, because the Pistons, if they're also tired, they're going to miss shots. But the Bulls can't let them get another shot opportunity, and they didn't do that, right? So, This is extremely problematic, just to see that this Bulls team, for some reason, rebounding wise, wasn't good tonight. And I don't think the Pistons are that big, right? It's just some lineup decisions by Billy, in my opinion, didn't work out too well. And then obviously effort. Like, I mean, the one player we typically are always like, oh, this dude's gonna get a ton of rebounds. He had 5 rebounds tonight. I thought he could have easily had 8 or more if he just gave a little bit more effort on the defensive glass. So, yeah, not good at all. From everybody in terms of the rebounding effort was pretty poor tonight. You think we saw big time at the deadline? If this continues, yes. But honestly, I think that this team sells earlier than that. If this continues, there should be a players only meeting again tonight. Well, look what I just say, Patrick. Like, sure, the players could be like, yeah, we got to figure things out. Like, I just don't think a players only meeting is going to fix this team. Like, sure, you can get more hustle, etc., but like, it's not going to fix the main overall core issues of this roster, right? So, sure, players only meeting, have it. I don't, like, maybe it does some things, but in the end, it's not going to fix anything. Who needs to have a meeting is the front office and Jerry Reinsdorf, and them to figure out what the absolute hell are they doing. Russell made a comment on the Big Three's fit. All right, you can't send the link. Hold on. I mean, look, if they haven't figured it out by now, they're never gonna figure it out. Like, I don't know why people are or why the players are even like having to say this. Like, I think it's pretty evident that this team's never gonna figure it out. Those three guys, LaVine, DeRozan, and Vucevic, those three together, they're never gonna figure it out. And I'm honestly, again, it's not their fault. Like, it's not like they can go ahead and trade one of those guys, right? It's on the front office for understanding that these three guys are never gonna figure it out. And I don't understand why the front office has not figured that out yet, but they honestly should have figured it out at this point. But it's sad that they have not, and the players are gonna get the blame again. But it's on the front office. That's not on the players. Sorry, I'm changing my camera setting. I don't know why it's like doing weird shifting things, but it should be better now. Can I say that Zach said? Yeah, it's basically the same thing, but. Yeah, the players, they're not gonna figure it out. It's never gonna happen. It just straight up won't. So it's sad. It's really sad to see this. Here's what I'm gonna say. Because of how this, at least the start of the season's going, and because of how recent reports of the contract situations, right, and how DeRozan and the front office seem to be very, very far away from a contract extension, I'm gonna go ahead and say this and make a bold claim that because I don't see things really ever getting fixed to the point where we're like, oh wow, we should keep this guy. Like, this Bulls team could start, like, they could have like a winning record, you know, come in the middle of like January or something, but I just don't think it's gonna be even at that point enough to kind of maybe convince maybe the front office, actually I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. The front office doesn't understand anything, so I don't know, we'll see. But I'll just say that I lean heavily towards that. I think DeRozan's probably getting traded this season, if there is someone that is gonna get traded because of the contract situation, and the Bulls just extended Vooch, so they're not trading him. At least I think that's what I think at the very least, but they should trade him. But I don't know. The first person, just so you know, like, if I had to trade somebody, the first person I would trade is Vooch, but front office seems to really like him. So and they give up a lot for him, and they're not going to admit to their mistakes, so it's probably not going to happen. It's not going to happen. All right. I'm going to say this. I don't have much more to say about this game. I don't even think a film session is even worth it, just because we're just be mauling over basically what we all kind of said in chat. And I appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. If you guys could hit the like button on the stream, helps me out a lot. If you're new to the channel like Bulls content, hit the subscribe button. Or help grow the channel and send the channel to other people who like Bulls content. I'm not ending stream just yet, but I am going to end stream in a little bit here, because there's nothing really else to say at this point about this team, at least from the loss tonight. But I want to do something fun again, and see here. Give me 1 second. I want to go ahead and I don't have anything like planned yet, but I want to go ahead and see if I can like find a nice quiz to do with you guys on stream. That's NBA related. But I'm not entirely sure we're gonna find anybody, but let's see here. I want to find something really cool here. NBA. Okay, let's do this chain quiz. This is a chain quiz from the 2022-2013 or 2023 season. Let me know if I dropped frames. I don't think I did, but I saw something on my preview to stream that might have dropped frames, but I don't think I did. Stream should be good still. I want to do this with you guys. I think this could be really fun. We'll see how good it is, but it's a chain quiz basically. You'll basically see how it kind of works out. But I have 15 minutes to kind of do this, and I want to end the night, or at least end the stream on something positive, because the Bulls season has been pretty dreadful. The Bulls somehow have a win when they really shouldn't. They should be 0-3. Bulls obviously tonight were pretty awful, so we don't need. I honestly don't. I don't want to get even more mad about the Bulls right now. I want to save my energy for something else here. Bulls, they're going to be playing again on Monday, I believe. Is the actual, yeah? So Monday against the Pacers, 6 o'clock start time. I'll be streaming after this game here, 8:30 usually. Excuse me. So just be prepared for it. I will be streaming. Pacers are 2-0. So I think the Pacers, they just beat the Cavs tonight. Yeah, they did. So Pacers are they're a formidable squad. No squad to take lightly. So we'll see how the Bulls do in this one. I don't expect anything good though. Pacers, Cavs, yeah, not pretty good game from them. I don't think the Pacers are fully, or sorry, the Cavs are fully healthy. Yeah. No Donovan Mitchell, no Darius Garland, no Jarrett Allen. So just Evan Mobley and Karis LeVert, and they did this. But Pacers are a pretty solid squad here, so we'll look to see how it all works out moving forward. But I'll be streaming on Monday after this game against the Pacers. So not this game, sorry, this game. So I'll be streaming and hopefully not suffering another Bulls loss. Kobe White's the worst player to build around due to small, can't hang defensively. Bulls are in power development with the ISO ball. Okay. Is it Cartier, if I'm saying that correctly? First off, I don't think anybody even kind of said to like build around Kobe White. I think someone just made a suggestion to say like if we're gonna rebuild, just keep Kobe. To me, I'm just gonna straight up say if the Bulls hit the full out rebuild button, I'm not keeping anybody from this roster. Like I am trading literally everybody. Including Patrick Williams at this point. If we're gonna be hitting the fallout rebuild. Also, in terms of Patrick Williams' development, okay, his development is not ruined by ISO ball. I'm gonna bring this up one more time because a lot of people really think that this Bulls team is like a full out like ISO team. They're not. They just play slow. Okay, the Bulls just play way too slow. It's not about them playing ISO ball. It's about them playing slow. Okay. If you look at it in terms of isolation possessions per game, okay, the Bulls are actually down here. They don't isolate very often compared to many other teams. And there are many other teams on this list that you could be like, wow, they don't really have ISO players, but they isolate a lot more. Okay. This is just stats from last season. They don't isolate a lot. Now, if you're like, well, what about specifically LaVine and DeRozan? Okay. If you look at LaVine and DeRozan's isolation numbers, first off, it's a good thing to isolate DeRozan. DeMar DeRozan is one of the best players in the league at isolation. Okay, but in terms of frequency, I mean, DeRozan's all the way down here, like 15.8, but he was in the 88th percentile in terms of isolation. And LaVine is all the way down here. He isolates less than Brandon Ingram, less than Trae Young, less than Kevin Durant, less than Jalen Brunson, less than Devin Booker. Like, this dude just straight up does not isolate compared to what people are telling me. Okay, and he's actually a pretty good isolation player as well. He averaged 1.09 points per game, points per isolation, sorry. And then DeMar DeRozan averaged 1.15. Okay, if you just look at these numbers specifically in terms of isolation points per possession, in terms for guys that actually isolate a lot, they're pretty high. Okay. So in general though, they don't isolate. Okay, Patrick Williams' development is straight up, it's on him. Okay, Patrick Williams needs to do better. Now, do I think that Billy Donovan hasn't exactly helped him? Sure, you can make that argument to me, and I can listen to it. And I said you have an argument, but a coach cannot give a player confidence. Okay, a coach can take away confidence for sure, but they can't give a player confidence. Okay, and what Patrick Williams has shown me throughout 4 seasons of him playing NBA basketball is that he has not improved. Okay, the only thing that I think you can argue that he has improved is his defense, because he seems to understand the defensive end a little bit better. But in terms of everything else, like I'm not seeing improvement from him, and I'm just talking straight up simple stuff. I'm talking straight up decision making, the ability to make just a simple decision of whether to catch or shoot the three or drive. He has not improved in that area, and that to me is something that is not that is not dictated whatsoever by DeMar DeRozan at all. Okay. When it comes to Patrick Williams, if Patrick Williams cannot play next to DeMar DeRozan, he cannot play next to any All-Star then. And that to me is a straight up showing that Patrick Williams himself has failed to develop, and it's not because of DeMar DeRozan. That has nothing to do with DeMar DeRozan. Put Patrick Williams next to Nikola Jokic, I don't think he plays well right now, because he is clearly having problems with just the straight up decision making. Okay. And if you're gonna play next to Jokic, the one thing you have to do is make decisions. Okay, even if you're off ball, you have to make clear-cut decisions, or else you're not gonna get the pass. So it's not about DeMar DeRozan ruining Patrick Williams' development. Patrick Williams himself needs to be better. Okay, straight up, that's just it. That's it at the end of the day. Not enough for real trade. Evan, why you can't fire the GM step one? I mean, sure, yeah, but that's not gonna happen. We know that. Mark Eversley and AK, they're here to stay. The front office is not firing those guys. Wouldn't trust Bulls GM to trade players away either. Okay, so what do you want, Cartier? Like, what do you want then? Stick with this team, ride it out. Rosen and LaVine are stars for sure. They ain't the problem. I mean, I've said it that the problem is the front office. Like DeRozan and LaVine, they can't do anything else to help try to fix like the big three working together and making this team be more being more overall modern, right? I mean, LaVine is definition of modern day player. DeRozan's really not, but these guys can't do anything else. It's straight up, it's on the front office, right? And in the end, the front office did also draft Patrick Williams, and I have defended Patrick Williams. I have defended him for the longest period of time. I have defended him when people call him a straight bust. I'm now leaning towards that he could legitimately just be a bust right now. I'm not saying that 100%. I'm still not 100% sold on that, but this is his development. That's his fault. That's not on the coach. Okay. The dude's a 40% 3-point shooter. Okay. I know he hasn't shot the three well to start the season, but he is making terrible decisions right now. That's just straight up on him. That he's getting the ball, he's open, he just decides not to shoot it. That's his fault. So I don't know what else to really say about him besides that Patrick Williams, he just needs to be better. Live is on Jalen Ross construction. Yep, that's 100% it. All right, enough of the Bulls. I'm doing this fun quiz. I want to do this fun quiz to see how much you remember from last season. All right. So basically, there's just a whole bunch of stuff here, and we start this by clicking NBA. Who won the championship in 2022? That would be the Golden State Warriors, who beat the Boston Celtics, who recently acquired. I don't know how long ago this was, so we'll see who's available on this list here. Because I mean, obviously Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday could be answers here. If I'm gonna go with Kristaps, okay, so no. Who knows actually where we're at here? Okay, maybe this isn't good. It probably isn't good enough. Let's try this one. Let's see how this one works. Okay. NBA. This league is how many teams? 30. All-time 3-point makes leader. Where's that number? Who is Stephen Curry? He just beat which team in the 2022 NBA Finals? They beat the Boston Celtics. How many championships does their franchise have? They have 17. One other team has that many titles. Who? That would be the Lakers. They just made a trade to acquire what hard-nosed guard from the Jazz? Oh God, this is last season. I'm guessing, right? Has to be Beverly. Okay. Yeah. As of 2022, how many times has he missed the playoffs in his career? Beverly? 0. All-time triple-double king. Where's that number? Who? Russell Westbrook. He played the majority of his career on which team? The Oklahoma City Thunder. They picked Chet Holmgren in the 2022 draft. Which college did he attend? Oh God. God. I'm stupid. Where did chat attend? I feel so dumb right now. Oh, it's Gonzaga. Okay. The school was attended by which Magic point guard? Oh god, actually I don't know this. Magic point guard? Oh, Jalen Suggs. Got it. He was taken at what pick in the 2021 NBA draft? Jalen Suggs was picked 2021. Ninth? No, god, he was picked 5th, wasn't he? Dang it. Actually, I'm not exactly sure about this. Jalen Suggs draft. He was 5th. Yeah. Okay, he was 5th. All right, restart. All right, NBA. He has this many teams. Steph Curry. He just beat the Boston Celtics. They have 17 championships. So they're the Los Angeles Lakers. They just made a trade to acquire Patrick Beverly. As 2022, he missed 0 triple dunking numbers. Russell Westbrook, the majority of his career in Oklahoma City Thunder. They picked Shaq homegrown, which caused the Chenga Gonzaga. Same thing as for Suggs. Yeah, Suggs. Taking what pick? Okay, taking 5th overall. Which Sacramento point guard was this number? De'Aaron Fox. He was selected 5th overall in the 2017 draft. Who went 4th? That would be Josh Jackson. What team selected him 4th overall in 2017? That would be the Phoenix Suns. He lost 2020 NBA Finals to which team? That would be the Milwaukee Bucks. Won Finals MVP in 2021. Giannis Antetokounmpo. What overall pick was he in 2013? He was 15th overall. 2011, a different Finals MVP was also selected 15th too. Wait, what? In 2011, a different Finals MVP was also... Oh, Kawhi Leonard, sorry. What team did he win his most recent championship with? That would be Toronto. Raptors. Who did they beat in the 2019 Finals? They beat the Golden State Warriors. After the 2019 Finals, they lost to which former MVP? Wait, what? Wait, what? After the 2019 Finals, they lost which former MVP? Oh, got it. Sorry. I was like, who we talking about? They're talking about the Warriors, and they lost Kevin Durant. He ended up joining the Brooklyn Nets. They traded a future All-Star and a 3-team deal to acquire James Harden. Who was that All-Star? That would actually be Jarrett Allen. He is now on which Eastern Conference team? That would be the Cleveland Cavaliers. They just made a blockbuster trade to acquire what All-Star guard? That would be Donovan Mitchell. Which former team of his gave the whole league COVID? Utah. Which former teammate? That'd be Rudy Gobert. Which country is he from? He is from France. The 2007 Finals MVP is from there as well. That would be Tony Parker. What number did he wear his whole NBA career? Number 9. This number is also worn by which Bulls center? That would be Nikola Vucevic. As of 2022, how many times has he been an All-Star? He has 2 times. He's been an All-Star 2 times. What player wears this number on the Bulls? Number 2 for the Bulls. Lonzo Ball. He has a brother in the NBA. Who is that? That'd be LaMelo. What team does he play for? That is Charlotte. As of 2022, who is their franchise all-time leading scorer? It has to be Kemba. As of 2022 offseason, what game was the last team he played a game for? Oh my god, Kemba Walker. It has to be New York, right? New York's not even an option. Where did Kemba actually go? Did Kemba go to Indiana? I actually don't know where Kemba Walker went. Oh no, New York is an option. Okay, never mind. Who is the most recent All-Star? Julius Randle. Which award did he win in 2021? Has to be most improved. Yep. This award was won by in the 2019-20 season. I think this is Brandon Ingram. I think it has to be Brandon Ingram. Right? Okay. He was traded to the Pelicans for which superstar? Anthony Davis. He had to switch For number 23 to what? I mean, number 3. This number is worn by Miami Heat legend Dwayne Wade, who won Finals MVP in which year? That'd be 2006. The second overall pick in this draft was who? Oh my god, bro. The second overall pick in that draft? It has to be. I think just has to be Mike Conley, unfortunately, because there's no one else that it could potentially be on this list. That's just process of elimination. Nope, never mind. Who was the second pick overall pick? 2006. What? Oh, it's LaMarcus Aldridge. God, I hate my life. All right. Good quiz, actually. That's actually that was a pretty good quiz. Try this one. Shorter quiz. NBA. Right. Founded by in what year? Jesus. 46. And emerged in the NBA what year? 9? Okay. This year's team won a championship. Bro, what? That has to be Celtics, right? Nope, I don't even know, bro. Never mind. Screw this one. I don't know this one. What's this one? 2022. Okay, let's do this. Let's just do 2024. I'll just type this in. Okay. Let's see this actually. Let's see how updated this is. What is the number of the point of what point? What? Jesus. Which is the number what point guard / rapper? Where is? Who has the same number as his other all-star point guard? Oh, Russell Westbrook. Went to college at UCLA, where he was teammates with excuse me. Oh, Kevin Love. Got it. Who is how tall? He is. Kevin Love is not 6'10", but I guess we'll roll with it. Which is the same height as this current center. Well, Dragan Bender is definitely not that. So I guess it's only Steven Adams is like the only other current center. Or no, Al Horford. Sorry, but it was teammates with this small forward. Tatum went to the same college as other teammate. Wait, what? Who are we talking about specifically? Went to the same college as other teammate. Duke? Oh god, how far off is this? I know this is a long time ago. This is like 2019. Yeah. All right. Do that. Let's see here. What is this? He named the active NBA basketball players with 2024 points, 2024 assists, and 2024 rebounds for the start of the 2023-24 NBA season. Active players? Let's actually do this. I'm actually interested. Active players? Okay, so I mean, is this? Oh, that's George. Oh my god, bro. Wait, what? LUC. Nicholas Batum. Jesus Christ, that is ridiculous. Booker. Who else would be this? Oh, Beal. Philly point guard. I guess it matters which one you're talking about. But okay, Harden. And then who else would it, like? I don't. Is Maxey in this list? No. Philly point guard. I'll come back to that one actually. That one's actually stumping me. Miami small forward. So this is 100% Butler. Oh, sorry. Minnesota point guard. This is Conley. This is Curry. Chicago Bulls shooting guard. Oh, this is actually LaVine, or I guess also DeRozan. Okay, so Doncic. Phoenix small forward. No. What? Who else? Who else would this be for Phoenix? Because I have Durant. Oh no, I don't have Durant. Never mind. I don't have Durant. I thought I had Durant. Sorry. This is Green. Draymond Green. Charlotte small forward. Oh my God, Gordon Hayward. Milwaukee point guard. So it matters which one, but if this is updated, so it's not. But this would be Holiday. So this is before the trade went down. Boston center. Again, it matters how much is updated, but this will be Horford. Orlando small forward. Did Wagner already hit this? No. Okay, so I think this is Isaac. No. Orlando Magic small forward that already has all this. Is this Terrence Ross? No. Who else plays for Orlando? It's a small forward right now. It's not Banchero, obviously. Wait. No shot, right? No. What? Coming back. Okay, Dallas point guard. Okay, this is Irving. Denver point guard. This is Murray. No. Reggie Jackson. Jesus, that is insane. Okay, this is LeBron. This is Jokic, LaVine, Lillard, Miami power forward, Love, Miami point guard. This is Lowry. New Orleans Pelicans shooting guard. Okay, it matters who we're talking about here, but okay, no, it's not Ingram. I don't know this one actually. It matters if what you consider McCollum. Okay, he's a shooting guard, I guess. In that, I'm gonna guess Middleton has to be on this list then. Golden State Warriors point guard. What? Coming back. Is this Randall? Okay, Memphis point guard. This is 100%. No, it's not Morant. What? No. Oh my God, it's Marcus Smart. No, what? Who's the other? Oh, it's Rose. Jeez. Sacramento center. So this is Sabonis. Brooklyn point guard. So, no, I think Dinwiddie. No, it's not Dinwiddie. What, bro? Oh my God, these these bench players that don't really play as much anymore, and like they used to play a lot. Like these are the ones that are screwing me up right now. Okay, so Vucevic is on this. No, sorry, Vucevic is on this LAC point guard. This has to be Westbrook. Toronto power forward is Siakam. Okay, I guess not. Is it really Anunoby? What? Who else would it be? Toronto power forward right now. Okay, wait. These are actually stumping me right now. I feel really dumb. Okay, wait. So Phoenix point guard. Who would this be? Because like, is this still Chris Paul? Oh my God, I forgot what Chris Paul is on the. Oh my, I feel so. Yeah, Chris Paul, obviously. But who's? I'm sorry, it's Philly. Jesus, not Phoenix. Philly. Philly point guard right now. Oh wait, D'Anthony Melton's on this list, right? Okay. So it's not Maxey. We've tried Maxey. I've put in Harden. Yeah, Harden's here. So like Tobias Harris would make sense, but I guess that this isn't. So who else would it be for Philly? All right, I'm cheating now. Oh my god, I hate my life. Wow. Okay, Orlando Magic small forward is really ridiculous. Oh wow, that's actually a really good one. This is Joe Ingles. Okay. Brooklyn point guard. Wow. Okay. I am having just a rough night. This is Ben Simmons and Toronto power forward. Thaddeus Young. Holy crap. Oh. Wow. That is insane. So these are all the players right now that have 2024 points, 2024 assists, 2024 rebounds in their career that are active currently. A lot of names that you're just like, oh my god, yeah, that dude. Like Joe Ingles has played for such a long time and was a starter for Utah that he obviously has enough points, but he was also like actually like a dude that would like be like a playmaker for them. That's crazy. I forgot about Chris Paul completely. I feel stupid about that. Obviously he would have this number. And Thaddeus Young is just one of those dudes that just got a bunch of random numbers in his career. And Patrick Beverley has played so long. That's so funny to me. Yeah, cool little thing. Not sure if we'll be continuing doing this on stream. I have a lot of fun with all this stuff. So let me know if you guys like this stuff moving forward. But I'm gonna end stream. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. Rough Bulls lost. This has just been dreadful to start the season in terms of overall offense for this Bulls squad. But Bulls play the Pacers on Monday, 6 o'clock start time Central. I'll be streaming after the game, so about 8:30 p.m. Central. So expect to stream after this game here. That's the Pacers on Monday. Let's see if the Bulls can fix their offense. That'll be a big task because the Pacers are, they're a pretty good team. They're looking to be making a jump up. But we'll see. We'll see how this game goes for the Pacers or for the Bulls against the Pacers on Monday night. But appreciate you guys hanging out with me tonight. We're just gonna suffer together. All right. Again, if you have not hit the like button on the stream, I would truly appreciate if you do. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Helps me out a lot. See you on the next one. All right. Hoping for a Bulls, or just a better Bulls team, or just better offensive game from the Bulls. Like even if we lose, I might actually just be okay if we just do a better job on the offensive end in the next game. But I'll see y'all then.